Okay, hey everybody, this is Sarah's Night, back again with Let's Play The Evil Within. So we're just going to try to finish up Chapter 6 today and get into a little bit of Chapter 7. I think pretty soon we're actually getting to the boss of this stage, and I don't remember it being much of a problem, but always something to kind of look forward to, challenge-wise.
You don't need to worry about me.
Well, actually, on the contrary, I think we should be worried about Joseph, who apparently was just fine after this, fall from like that's probably what, 20 feet above at least onto hard concrete. I always wondered what this place was about. Actually, hold up. I think there might be a statue. It's kind of seen as very familiar after having not too long ago played Resident Evil Revelations 2. Like you're in some kind of factory where normally they produce like meat from animals, and instead, of course, you're seeing like, because it's a horror game, the bodies are replaced with humans. But yeah, I think that those bags are moving along on a chain into a puzzle area up ahead here. Whoa! Oh, okay. This is the puzzle area I was thinking about. I thought maybe because that bag was moving that it was an enemy ahead. And that's a definite do not try to go down that hallway before solving this puzzle. Although I am kind of curious as to what the game over sequence looks like if you did try to go down there. After the spikes lit up, but then you solved the puzzle incorrectly, and then tried venturing down there, then the trap would just reactivate on you and dice you up. Okay, yeah, there we go. Statue I was looking at here. Wonder if I can just melee it from here. Yeah. Cool. I did not mean to turn that.
We making this right? Doesn't mean anything to me. Should it?
Oh wait, hold up. It's was saying hold.
It seems the sacrifices need to be lowered onto the proper altars, and the safe way to him will be open.
Oh, okay. Some potential goodies in this little area. I definitely need some ammunition to take on the boss. And a grenade will be nice. Although the boss is like a giant Cerberus dog that darts pretty quickly back and forth, so probably a grenade is not very feasible here. Okay, so if I recall, it was like altars with the corresponding numbers that are slashed out on the walls over here are to stay lowered, and number 7 was to actually be raised up. So then we should lower a corpse, as unpleasant as that is to say, onto this altar. And keep that one still. And then lower this one. Seems we have something of a glitch there, graphically. Okay, I think that did it, so let's just take a leap for it. Yay! It was the right one.
It seems that was correct.
Oop, green gel. Okay, well. How did we switch on the fly with, I do not remember how to switch on the fly with, types of bolts, but okay. Maximum rifle ammo, but only a few shotgun shells. I think we're getting pretty close to the end here. So there is someone's spinal cord apparently, and a brain stem, complete with brain. And a dismembered torso. Very nice. So what's in the journal? Had to have been God's will that these two twin orphans survived. They were baptized and given medicine. Noon and his brother Zen quickly recovered, but just as quickly did their aberration progress. Of course they are twins, but for some reason their growth patterns exhibit identical values. 12 hours after serum administered, Noon, 122.4 centimeters, 28.2 kg, and Zen, 122.4 centimeters, 28.2 kg. Body temperature elevation, pain in lower extremities evident. 24 hours after serum administered on both of them, 125.8 centimeters in height, 29.4 kilograms in weight. Vital signs stabilized, sleeping in short intervals. Same amount of growth after 36 hours after serum administered, and then pretty much the same after 48 hours. Agitated, administering sedative. Okay, so I think that was supposed to be concerning the considering their massive amounts of like height and weight increases after just this serum dose. That was it was in fact Noon and Zen that I fought outside right before dropping down into this area. Those two giants. Anything else in here? I guess that's it. Okay, and this is our friend, the boss of this chapter. This guy who, if you don't look at him too close, you won't see the side face stitched onto his normal canine-like face. It actually looks like possibly just a giant friendly Cerberus dog, but no. This guy gets agitated soon enough once we get so far away from him. And did I just run back the way I can? Okay, no, good. But in the meantime, let us, well, we have nothing else. Not too many trap bolts either. I mean, trap bolts, like kind of junk parts needed to make a lot of bolts. Yeah, I was trying to say trap parts, yeah, because this is where I normally get the junk parts from, is from disarming traps. That's what I was trying to say. There's no such thing as a trap bolt, although that might be kind of awesome. I'll go ahead and make a few for offense. A few of the explosive bolts. Meanwhile...
Can you get it open?
Okay, while Joe tries to get that open, let's see what's over here. Dead end. You know, it's a good thing that the game did not count me for stupidly wandering off and, you know, against the same wall that the Cerberus actually burst out of. It's a good thing the game didn't count that against me. Yeah, that little side mouth there, kinda, ugh. It's really the only thing that makes this enemy creepy. Alright, I wonder if actually, paralyzing this guy works. No, not really. Luckily, he didn't seem to do that much damage. Oh! Here he goes again. Okay, so let's switch over to explosive bolts as soon as I can here. What the hell? That was fascinating. He actually just, you know, shake it off of himself and launch it back at me. That's a no-go. Ah, no, I'm taking the hit here. I really like how no matter what, whatever the nature of the final blow it took to kill Sebastian, it just has to be that the, you know, visible result is his just body just, you know, being torn asunder. Might have gotten a critical hit on him or something there. That's why I had some of his blood on me. Yeah, I see ya. Okay, I don't remember how to really avoid the charge attacks here, because he kind of homes in on you as he does so. Yeah, see? Got him pretty good there at least. Yep, and I cannot afford to sit still. Oh! Kind of like how just that final I mean, regardless of how large the monster is in comparison to me, I mean, I just don't see how just nudging me with his snout really just completely tears my body into like 5 different pieces here. Oh, hi. Well, I guess if you dodge out of the way fast enough, like at just the right moment, he won't be able to correct his course long enough to actually, you know, turn on you. Okay. I just need some practice here. Oh. And no matter what, because of, you know, the left analog stick being for running in a certain direction and whoop, and turning the lamp on and off at the same time, I just keep toggling it by accident. Yeah, I wonder if I can actually snipe him down here. Yeah, there we go. Now I gotta get up in his grill. Ah. I'm afraid I'm just gonna have to use the health here, because I really just don't have a good battle strategy against this guy. Okay, I think we got some good damage there. Okay, I see him in the trees over here, so... Ah! Okay, there's not much I can do about that. I'm just gonna have to sacrifice the health. Okay, so he's going into these bushes over here. I should be aiming pretty much right at him. And I lost. Okay, this is it. This is all I got left. And take like 2 more hits before I'm unable to get out of the way again. Okay, we'll just try to go for a... Yeah, there we go. Close-up shotgun shell. There. Got him.
Joseph.
Took a lot of damage in the meantime, though.
What is it?
I dropped my glasses back there.
I'm surprised you haven't dropped him in the many fights we've had before. So yeah, unfortunately I gotta kinda just go right back out there for him.
Sebastian, I'll draw it away so you can search.
Okay, well that'd be great. Thank you. Not gonna miss what's over here. Yeah, I utterly failed to pick up any items in the area earlier. I don't understand what's stopping the Cerberus from just bursting through the gate and killing Joe, honestly. They don't look like they'd really hold.
not just about being unable to see. It's about feeling normal.
It's all right.
Yeah, you know, I just don't feel right without my glasses on. Oh, green gel over here on the ground. If I can get to it. Or maybe that was just a patch of grass. Okay. Looked like some green gel spit on the ground behind the cart. Aha! This looks like a big jar, too. Sorry, I was trying to say jug and jar at the same time. I do that a lot. Yep, 1,000 green gel. Good. Okay, I guess I can't make a new slot if I wanted to. So we'll just, yeah, I just think by now I need to save on another slot just in case. Okay. So, what are we getting ourselves into now? Oop.
That sounded close.
Okay, that's I believe that's Kidman and Leslie down below that we hear right now. Just barely.
You have to stay with me. No other way.
Well, I was kind of thinking this might be a good place to hide a statue, but guess not.
Hey, Joseph. You still with me?
Sebastian, you ever had the urge to just jump? When you're on a high place?
Not really. I'm rather afraid of heights.
Subway rolls by.
I'm also afraid of getting plowed over by, you know, a piece of machinery that's several tons heavier than me.
Then 2 minutes.
You fought it off 3 times now, Joseph. You're learning to stop it.
You're not listening. I'm not worried about stopping it, Seth. I'm worried about not wanting to stop it. Some part of me wants to turn. I don't know why. And I can't reason it away. It's deeper than that. It's like instinct. And it's getting stronger.
Hold on. This might...
Didn't have any syringes on me after that battle. Good thing the plot called for it. Okay, dude, you're gonna be hurting from a fall like that way, way longer. Okay, so chapter 7 is taking place primarily beneath this this church we took refuge into, thinking that Kidman and Leslie had gone in here. And we'll run across them in due time.
I'd better start searching for my partners.
It's actually one of the more interesting chapters of the game in terms of gameplay. We're going to have a little bit of puzzle solving. Some enemies scattered around. I kind of like the environment. Like we're in just this like gigantic crypt. Whoa! Sorry, I was like, run somewhere. Didn't know exactly where. Luckily, I was far enough away from it, it hardly did any damage. That one got me. Ruvik and his silly traps. Just in case there are any more bombs around here. Can't help but think there might be one. Around one of the sides of this crypt somewhere. Okay, there's actually not. Okay, that goes back the way I came, so... I am really glad I invested so much in sprint time, because... Just think, if I hadn't done it at all, I'd be running less than... Be able to run less than like half the distance that I can now, before getting tired. Who's that guy? Evil looking Pope or something. Okay, so there's an enemy. And I believe there's also one... Yep, there you are. And unfortunately, I think we got the other one's attention too. What am I trying to do here? Yes. This right here. Oh, cool, a syringe. Just one needed. Wipe the sweat off our brow and we'll just take another shot. Okay, so apparently that third enemy down the hall actually did not see me. So... Okay, I can't tell exactly when it is that he turns around and goes back the other way. But apparently he doesn't reach all the way to the door, so let's just leave him alone for now. Unless, of course, he heard me do that. Another syringe, alright. Okay, maybe I can creep up just a little bit more. To where once he gets back to the point where he turns around and heads back in the direction opposite from me, he won't be close enough to see me in the dark here. Because I'm kind of hidden in shadows. Alright, yeah, this should be enough time. I think. Because he does stop for about maybe a good 3 or 4 seconds. Alright, awesome.
Looks loose.
So we'll just knife this little hieroglyphics piece thing loose. Oh, lithograph, okay. The proper term for it. Oh, and the door came up the other direction. Okay, I thought something was closing out behind me. To where if I wanted to go back for anything, I couldn't. What we got here? A little safe box. Actually, it's interesting. This you kind of see there's like this weird kind of fleshly, but almost, I mean, from far away, if you didn't know any better, you might think it was like a velvet lining to the safe or something. But this is actually kind of the prop piece for the main enemy we encounter in here. That you'll actually see these little safes lying around. They come to life, and they're called you know, they develop like a body, like a massive body, you know, of like some kind of, you know, gigantic butcher, and they carry around sacks full of nails, and they're called keepers. Metallic pounding, he's coming, I run, but he follows, help God, help, help, help. Yeah, that about sums it up. Last fight in this chapter against like a never-ending supply of keepers, while I just try to run around and solve puzzles to find my way out while evading them. Yeah, it's not too pleasant an experience. And now Sebastian is like deliberately walking around carefully in case that earthquake starts again. And I really can't tell who's in the picture on that altar, but if I look closely enough, it probably was something significant. Or at least a nod to a future plot point or character or something. Yeah, so that guy down there you might have just barely seen, who closed the way off to me from progressing further in the level. So I got to go off into these little side areas from this kind of central hub and find more of these lithographs in order to open the way up. But that was the keeper. And I think like the safe that he has for a head, you know, with the with like the featureless, you know, mass of flesh within, is kind of like this symbolism for all of the inner secrets, dark desires and sins that people like Sebastian, Joe, Kidman, you know, all harbor within. It was kind of interesting. Okay, so new part of Sebastian's journal. We go to Lily Castellanos' birth announcement, born July 18th, 2006 at 9:56 a.m. 7 pounds, average size baby, I guess. 14 inches, and proud parents are Sebastian and Myra. Actually, wait, before we go in there, I like how you can kind of hold and keep gazing into the mirror until your mind, you know, takes you off into that safe space. But you can drop out anytime you want, like while you're still in that kind of holding sequence. Yeah, I wanted to look around real quick in this central area and make sure there's nothing else I want to pick up. No, it doesn't look like there's anything. So let's get back in here and open up a couple of vaults and upgrade a little bit if we can. So this newspaper article about catacombs found beneath Parish, which of course in the other world, quote unquote, is where we are right now. Pastor says nothing to lose sleep over, but who took care of this place? Workmen repairing collapsed floor discovered man-made passages beneath Cedar Hill Church, claim they saw mummies. Parish denies access to historians, claiming sacrilege.
I see.
Now, as for the newest missing person in the real world, Chris Taylor, a construction foreman, disappeared while overseeing repairs on a fallen church floor. Repairs were nearly completed, so it is unlikely he fell. And to tell you the truth, off the top of my head, I don't know where we actually see him in the world right now, like in the area that, in the dungeon we're exploring right now, like what form he takes. For instance, I mean, you know, the first missing person to come up once we discovered this asylum in Sebastian's mine, this area right here that we're in. We did see the missing poster for Connolly, like the fellow cop that was driving the ambulance, driving us safely out of the city at the end of chapter 1. And you know, of course, we saw what happened to him in the game world. Alright, so we can in fact increase the life gauge, but not enough for syringe recovery, which I really want to do next. But at the same time, another issue that I've been wanting to focus on is the damage value from explosive bolts and also the capacity to carry more bolts. Well, the damage value of harpoon bolt, even though I don't use them often, that's pretty cheap right now, so we'll go ahead with that. I'm even willing to do 160%. But first, let's see if, while I pay attention to stock here, yeah, definitely want to go up to 4. Let's see if there's any more brain juice we happen to come across in the vaults. Okay, all the doors are shut, so unfortunately I don't have any spare ammo laying around. We do, however, have magnum bullets, it looks like. Or that was sniper bullets, maybe. Yeah, that was sniper bullets. And 7,000 green gel. Alright. So that gives us just enough to increase the value of the syringe recovery, which I definitely want to do. That was lucky. It's right on the dot, actually. Oh, no, that's life gauge. Okay, guys. Know this was pretty short, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and call it quits here. The thing is, if you hadn't noticed, this game's acting up just a little bit as I was going through this particular episode, and I think it's because I'm kind of... this computer's actually about to be permanently out of service tonight after 10 years of having had it, like, since I first got on my own after college, and I had saved up enough money from starting to work just to have Lantis build a computer out of all the latest parts at the time for me, and that was almost 10 years ago to this day. So after that much time, this thing has really just become too old, too troublesome, and you know, like almost like a kind of like the final death rattle of my PC right now before it goes to the garbage for good. So yeah, and tomorrow I'm actually heading down to Lance's house in El Dorado from Houston to hang out with him a few days. We're thinking of starting a Skies of Arcadia LP, co-op on that, a really long RPG, so that's going to take a while, and also to pick up the new computer that I had just asked him to build for me. And hopefully that will be the end to a lot of all the computer problems, especially the ones related to doing Let's Plays. Especially video capture later on down the road, where I can start doing LPs of games I've been meaning to that I don't have on Steam and can record directly from, you know. So that's what's happening right now, and this is officially the last LP I am doing on this PC, which this one's about to go to the scrap heap. So, alright, see you guys later. I'll be back with you sometime next week after getting back from Lantis with my new computer to continue The Evil Within. Thanks for watching.